She looks like a mom and has no makeup on. Ha, yay! Hey guys, it's Heather, and today I wanted to discuss a bit more of a serious topic. It's actually about this thing that I've been getting a lot, kind of like my whole life, but I didn't really start to think about it until very recently when I got to school, as in college. And so that thing is being known as too pure. A lot of people have kind of used this as a bad thing, and I've kind of never really thought about it enough, or really cared enough for that matter, to ever think about what I've been doing with my life has been wrong in any way, or like how my belief system is, if that's wrong in any way. But recently, because of college and how people are, I've definitely started to really think about it. It's this whole thing about being too pure that really makes me mad, is that the fact that it's even existing, the fact that the term too pure exists and is said as a joke or trying to get a rise out of you as being a bad thing, when it's definitely not a bad thing at all. People personally say it towards me because I might not get some sexual innuendo, or because I've never had sex before, or because I've never been in a relationship yet. I'm 18 years old and I haven't been in a relationship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's how my life turned out to be. I'm sorry that I don't have the correct experiences for you to consider me at a normal level of dirtiness. I don't even know. It's just if you personally think that I'm too pure for you, or that maybe after you touch me or affect me in some way, that after you do that I'm not as pure as I was before, maybe you should check what you're doing. Maybe that's the issue here. Because honestly, I don't think that just because you do have sex or have a lot of relationships or do God knows what, I don't think it matters. It's I feel like everyone is pure in some form. And maybe you've done a lot of really bad things in your life, or a lot of things happen to you, or you think a certain way. Whatever it is, I don't think being pure should I just don't think that should be an existing thing. I just really personally don't understand it. And what it's done for me is the amount of times that I get called 12, yeah, I get called adorable and cute, which is fine. It's fine by me. But also it's it gets a little old, because I am 18 and it's I don't want to be 12. I want to be my age. And sure, everyone's you'll love that when you're older. I don't love it right now. Sometimes maybe I do. I got me a part in a show, but I also want to be me. I want to be 18. I don't want to be identified as something else. And it gets really old when literally everyone, even your eye doctor, says, "Oh, I thought you were 12." That, coupled with being too pure, especially being told that as kind of a joke, a lot really has personally made me question my life. Made me question the experiences I've had, or the opportunities that maybe I haven't taken, because maybe I'm too nervous to do them now, or maybe I was too nervous to do them at a certain time. When I was a senior in high school, I barely ever swore. I never really drank with friends. I never went to parties. I never did anything like that because I didn't find it entertaining. I didn't find it cool. I didn't find it fun. I found it stressful, and I'm full of anxiety. Tiny body, 5'1", full of anxiety, and I just did not enjoy it. And no, I still never had sex, never had a boyfriend, never did any of that stuff. I mean, maybe I could have slept with people, but for what reason? I just didn't. I don't need that. And for people to come into my life and just joke about being too pure all the time, or say those things where it's yes, it's funny sometimes, but when you keep saying it, it gets to a point where people are going to question themselves and questions why they haven't done what they could have done, or why they decided that maybe that's not cool, or they're going to pressure themselves even to start doing these things, even if they don't like it, just because they're I don't want to have the stigma of being too pure, too good for the world. It's it's really not something to joke about with certain people. Yes, I care a bit too much, a lot, but at the same time, it's like, I just want to please everyone, including myself. And when people start to kind of point out these things that's just me as a person and making it a problem, I am usually going to want to fix that issue unless I'm fine by it. And usually, when I was a senior in high school, I was completely fine with who I was. I didn't care. But, like, here now in college, like, yes, I've changed. I swear, all the goddamn time. It's like, I'm not too good for this world. I am not anything like that. I am a human being. I am normal. And yes, because, you know, yeah, sure, I've never had a boyfriend. I've never been in a relationship. I've never kissed anyone, really, and I've never, you know, had sex and all that stuff. But it's like, that shouldn't put this identity on me that I'm, like, too much for other people. Like, I'm not, like, a normal 18-year-old because of the experiences that I've had. Like, I'm sorry that no one has walked into my life and been like, hey, do you want to make out? Like, I'm sorry that people don't, maybe, I don't know what it is. I really don't know, honestly. But you can't just keep saying that to people, because it's really going to make them question everything. When before, like me, it could have been completely normal for them. And they could have been the happiest, almost, or at least more confident with themselves, you know? And then you start making them question how they are to a point where they feel like they need to change themselves when they don't. We don't need to change ourselves for anyone. If you don't like me, then you can get out of my life. I'm sorry, but you don't need to be around me if you don't like me. Just leave. Just find someone else. I don't need people in my life like that. None of us do. We have made life so complicated from our research of realizing how complex we are. And it's great that we're complex. It's so cool that we can feel all these things and do all these cool things. But that's made our lives so much more complicated than they need to be. And I just wish we could stop. And I wish we could stop stereotyping and putting stigmas and all these personas on people when we're all just people trying to live and be happy and healthy. Yeah, I might have symptoms of depression and high anxiety and all this shit, but I'm still me, and I'm still normal, and I'm trying to live every day. And yeah, we all have to deal with some god loser in the world that's gonna, you know, say things that are gonna hurt us, and we have to deal with bullies and all these terrible things. But if you could be a person where if you think that you're maybe saying those types of things, even if it is a joke, but maybe you're like, wow, I say that kind of a lot, like maybe it's getting old. Stop. You know, take a breather, kind of figure out maybe if you could be causing an issue to somebody else, and just think, you know, and just try and make the world a better place one step at a time. One step, like, it goes a long way. I know when you think about it, there's like 7 billion of us on this planet together. Makes you feel kind of small, but small changes can lead to big things. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I don't apologize for this serious chat. I'm Heather Gervasi, I'm 18 years old, and I'm normal. See you later. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm Heather Gervasi, I'm 18, and I'm just me. Now see you later.